Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Big Bath and Beyond. Nothing says football like scented soap.
Well, this was supposed to be training camp Tramel's one shining moment, all right? Making the 53. We were going to laud that cat all show long. He made it. I was stoked, and then it didn't. 53-man to start, cut, waived, less than 24 hours later. That do suck for Austin Trammell. But we've got this whole 53-man roster to look at, and the news that RJ just reported that you guys are probably still kind of leaning in and looking at and saying, wait a minute, what just happened? A wide receiver deal for your Jacksonville Jaguars, Tim Patrick, for a sixth rounder. So what does that tell you about that receiver room? We will get into all of it today. I'm fired up. Big Sirs has brought us lunch once again, which is always worth a round of applause, but let's just go ahead and give it the Corona call as well as we get fired up today because, look, man, you're 2 days away from heading down. You're actually tomorrow afternoon you're heading down.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he went and got us lunch the day before.
Absolutely.
Jets off.
I share
And
because
a new T-shirt.
I share because I care.
And
Not only the T-shirt is fat.
Yeah, it is. It's
That thing, you're going to sell a lot of those
all
T-shirts,
right,
bro.
grab the T-shirt.
I'll grab the T-shirt real quick.
All right, if you're on YouTube, we love it. You guys log on to YouTube, watch the entire show. Real easy to find us, XL Primetime. And JJ, come in here too because this is both Big Sirs and JJ because Leon got it done for both of the Miami fans.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Look at that. There it is.
There, JJ.
Yeah, look it up. Oh, yeah. Miami OG.
I'm an OG, because, sometimes, the guys of the past get forgotten. And I'm old school, so I figured I'd show some old school love for the guys who paved the way.
I love
You're
it.
going to make some money with that shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Tell you that, right?
It's already been trademarked. So, if you're out there, you watch it, it's been trademarked. All right. So
You got people that are, you got people in your corner that are working for you on all that stuff.
absolutely. Yeah.
But you'll be wearing it proudly. Miami OG with the U hands up there, which is pretty cool. And honestly, the closer it gets, the more exciting I think it gets for everybody out there as far as these big ball games that are.
Yeah, we got tickets to one today to give away.
One of the other big ball games.
Yeah,
It's a
you
huge
could say
game.
that.
Hey, listen, as they're wearing the Miami OG, I'm a proud alumnus of the University of Florida, so I got the
You got
old,
your gator on.
Yeah, he's the old one. He's got,
I got the old
chicken
fighting
scratch
gator
gator.
mascot, which is honestly one of the cool. I love T-Rex. I love the T-Rex gator. But
I never knew what's the name of the gator.
Albert.
Albert. I didn't know that.
And there's Alberta,
Listen,
his
if you-
wife.
Because I was a
You'd have
Sebastian. I was a Sebastian.
If you would have followed through on your recruiting visit and
I
and
did go.
pledged to the
First
University
of all, I
Florida.
did. That was my first trip.
I know.
It was an unofficial visit to a game on the sideline. And the reason why I didn't go to Florida was because of Tony McCoy.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with Florida. It was sickening. It made me sick.
Now you're
That's why
obsessed
they-
with
You'd have played
Miami.
for Spurs. That would have been pretty cool.
No, this was actually Galen Hall. 87.
Right, but you had eventually got
Yeah, well, it eventually got to Spurs.
But now
yeah.
here you are some 4 decades later and obsessed with Miami still.
Still love
And you're also orange and blue to the death, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
So,
I tell you
whatever
what,
happened with Tony
I
McCoy,
am. I
that's
love
the convention.
orange and blue to the death. I am. I told you this week only. So listen, this week only, I'm rooting for all Florida teams.
The entire
whole
Sunshine State.
Yes.
Even Chief Osceola.
I'm rooting from Tallahassee to Miami.
Yeah.
You're rooting for Renegade?
I didn't the whole state, bro.
Oh, yeah.
The whole state of Florida. This is
Wow.
a 1 week only.
That's
One
it.
week only. That's
And
it.
speaking of that, we were saying later in the show today,
Yeah.
Florida
We have
versus
another
Long Island.
huge ball
Yes,
game.
tickets.
Florida versus Bulls. I mean,
Yeah.
Long Island.
Yeah. Long Island. You got to say it all together. Long Island.
Hayes Carline was talking the other day. I guess he saw a photo, like a team photo from the Long Island Sharks, and it looked very like 25 guys in there.
So
It's
Basically
exactly
high
what it
school
is.
squad.
well,
Bro, they
Pat-
got a 16-seat stadium. 6,000.
6,000.
That's like
Boy, if it is
Well, they might only have 16 people there, yeah.
That's the bleachers behind us right here
Exactly.
in the 1010XL studio.
6,000-seat stadium.
But
Like, if
Pat-
you're Florida and Florida State, how bad do you have to be to go find Long Island and East Texas A&M?
I know. listen.
How pathetic is that?
Well, that's because they had the bigs cancel on them.
I don't care.
Florida
I just
A&M,
don't care.
Florida
A&M, who were
Florida
they
had
were supposed to
USC.
play.
It was some alphabet. I can't remember exactly which one it was.
It was FAMU.
It was FAM.
I know.
It
I'm
wasn't
just- I'm just making it up.
Golly, Joe,
It was just another alphabet
don't try
team.
and do that.
Yeah. Anyway, FAMU bolted on them, and so anyway, that's where they found themselves.
And give the Gators a break. They got the hardest freaking
Yeah,
schedule
they
in the
do.
nation.
It's
man.
bad. It's
Okay, so then schedule East Carolina then.
Well, I'm sure Scotty Strickland tried, man, and it just didn't work out. He has a powerhouse lineup of teams to face.
He's got a powerhouse coach now and a
Yeah, well, he
powerhouse
needed-
quarterback.
We'll find out. He needed a layup, and he got one. And so anyway, you Long Islanders or you Gators will have a chance to win those tickets at some point today. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. We love it. We're fired up because it's hump day, which means the rest of this week is closer to the kickoff of college ball. And I don't know if anybody sat down and watched that Lee Corso special start to finish. I rolled tape on it and went back and watched it. Loved the heck out of it. And so his last go-around on game day is Saturday with Texas and Ohio State. They will be up there at the Horseshoe, so it's going to be emotional for him, and I'm sure for a lot of college football fans. So we'll dig into that one. We got all the big games that we will get into. But let's at least start with a 53-man and kind of give us an idea of what you like or didn't like about the cuts. Like I said, training camp Trammell, he was my dude. I wanted him to make the squad. He did, and then ultimately they pulled the deal. They go get Tim Patrick, and now he's out the door, at least for now. He may end up on the practice squad, and we'll see where it goes. But initial reaction, Big Sirs, when you see the way this 53-man came together, especially after you did your 53.
Well, I mean, listen, were there any real surprises, sort of say, as far as guys who didn't make the team? Not really, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you could say some guys who've been around here long enough that didn't make the team. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Hacker said this. It's 26 players from last year's roster that didn't make the team this year. Is that correct?
If that's the number, that is very, very telling. We'll go through it. But the fact that you have two undrafted free agents that make it at one position alone in Strigo and Green tells you everything you need to know. Now, that may not last, but two cats that did not get drafted are part of your 53-man at a crucial position, a pass rush option for them. They were looking for depth. They wanted to see guys that would come in hungry and make plays for them. And I know that they flashed in the preseason, but I didn't know that was going to earn both of them.
By the way,
roster spots.
somebody was raining on my dream of Strigo
Right?
when I said maybe he can do something in the final game. Lo and behold, first series against the Stars gets a sack.
Who was raining on that?
Somebody at the stand when it wasn't Leon.
Oh, my gosh. He has such a
I guess
selective
that
memory.
leaves Joe.
He has such a selective memory. He's the one he points out, he goes, I told you so-and-so was good. He doesn't mention anything about Jordan Jefferson getting whacked. Nothing about that.
It's fantastic being a narcissist. Believe me, it is.
Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, I'm happy for both him and PJ Green because they did make plays.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think I went so far as to say nothing will influence the decision of the GM on that one game, because the one positive about it was that the defense in particular got to go up against the ones. And so it was a good opportunity for
Both of
them.
those guys, yeah.
Yeah, and they took advantage of it. And so that part of it I like.
Would you say Lane was a surprise?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
surprise.
I think that's a surprise.
Because I think when we were looking at Ray Lane out of Navy, a safety that I was definitely considering him a special teamer. He came on and made a play or two against New Orleans going back a couple of preseason games ago. And he started to flash, and then you started to see him more and more in practice. Well, let's pair that up with the other half of this. No Caleb Branshaw. And so that's another guy that they wanted to see, experiment.
And that was definitely a surprise.
Yes. Well, because injuries is all it is with him. There's no.
No, I mean, the out for the season was a
Yeah.
surprise.
Oh, well, yeah. And so it sucks. I was telling Jaguars today earlier that this was an experiment in a big way, trying to figure out if this guy could convert from corner, nickel, straight into safety. Coach Campo loved it right from the jump, and we never really got to see it manifest itself. We don't know. He's long, he's fast, he's big, he's all that.
It's also, I mean, honestly, Third-round pick, man.
Oh, yeah.
You lose a third round. That's difficult.
Yeah, you went. That's your second player selected, too. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because they took 2 draft picks to get one player in Travis Hunter, and they had to wait till Friday night, and they went and got Caleb Branshaw, and I really was looking forward to seeing what it turned into, because I had no idea whether he was going to be a starting safety or not for this football team by the time we got to the Carolina game. All right, so much to get into. Let's say hello to one of our coaches, Coach Mark Duffner. He coached linebackers for a long time. Many other exploits in his coaching career, from head coach at Holy Cross to defensive coordinator to linebackers coach here, there, and everywhere. So we'll say hello to him coming up in just a second. Evaluating the 53-man roster, and then lots of college ball today. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Call 287-PLAY. Looks like a beautiful night. Come on out. 9-hole game, skins game, food and prizes afterwards. It's all happening at the Golf Club of Southampton.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Gator fans are known to get rowdy.
Especially us.
Picken and Prosser here.
Join us for a first-of-its-kind podcast, Swamp Session.
Live stream from Voodoo Brewing Company.
Right after every Gator football game on the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Atlantic Infinity.
This is Hayes Carlion, here from a driver who made the smart move to buying a vehicle from Atlantic Infinity.
Hayes, this is my second Infinity, so I knew exactly what I wanted, and Atlantic Infinity made it so easy for me. The GM Dwayne had my new ride ready to go, and I was in and out of the dealership in about 30 minutes. The Atlantic Infinity promise just sealed the deal for me. It's $2,500 in added value, including roadside assistance. I am so happy with my new car.
Atlantic Infinity, Atlantic, near St. John's Bluff.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Football is a game of inches, and at Front Runners Tap House, every inch counts. Catch every big play on their massive 396-inch giant television. The ultimate game day experience is waiting for you at Front Runners Tap House inside the Community First Igloo.
Duck Duck Rooter. We've seen it all. Whatever's blocking your pipes, we'll get it flowing again. Call 904-862-6769 now to schedule your drain cleaning service. That's 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Right now at Beard's Diamonds, pay $0 down and get 0 interest financing for 5 whole years. Yes, you heard it right. That $12,000 designer engagement ring is yours now for just $200 a month. This makes everything affordable. How about a $6,000 diamond eternity band, just $100 a month? Say goodbye to high interest rates. Get the relief you deserve at Beard's Diamonds. But hurry, this incredible offer ends August 31st and will not be extended. How about a $3,000 pair of diamond earrings, only $50 a month? Make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with $0 down and 0 interest financing. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, pendants, colored gemstone jewelry. Let our non-commissioned experts at Beard's help you find the perfect piece of jewelry. And take advantage of our best financing offer ever. Beard's Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center, Jacksonville's premier locally owned jeweler. Shop now and enjoy 0 interest financing for 5 years. Hurry, this amazing offer ends August 31st. On approved credit, some restrictions apply. See store for details.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right, so the Rashid Rice suspension news has finally come down. It is 6 games, so he will be missing the Jacksonville Jaguars game when they play the Chiefs this year.
That might do it. Yeah, that'll get us over the top. Okay.
This is Tom Pelissero real quick, sorry. But he says the NFL initially proposed a suspension of 10 to 12 games, and Rice's team and attorney fought for a much shorter ban, so it took a while, but now the answer, he will miss 6 games.
And still, you can argue whether it should be more or less or anything like that, but what he did was pretty scary, pretty bad, and then sat out basically all of last year with an injury. And so now finally, from a suspension point of view, play point of view, have an answer for what that
only 6 games for that.
Yeah.
Only 6 games for driving at excessive speeds, failed to check on injured occupants, and fled the scene.
And so,
bro, he's teetering on his way out.
Yeah.
He got one. I don't even think he got it. I wanted to say he got one more. He only got one more. Is it?
Let me tell you something. If your eye did that, the judge doesn't give us 30 days in jail and 5 years of probation.
We'd be fired.
Yeah, it's the classic throw away the key.
We'd also have 5 years in jail is what we'd have probably.
Yeah. So, and he's a guy that was just coming off of a rookie campaign and had everything in front of him from a professional football point of view. And we'll see how he handles this one and whether he's a better human being when it's all said and done. All right. Speaking of great human beings.
Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line. Hello. Your floor's missing piece.
I was trying to do my best to segue off of that into Coach Mark Duffner, who joins us now.
Great segue.
He is a guy that knows all about ball. He's going to be one of our regulars. We're going to crank up a fun podcast with both he and Gerald Ingram, and you'll hear both of them every other week on XL Primetime. Coach Duffner, welcome in. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe. Thanks for having me.
Listen, we appreciate it. I know you weren't necessarily a personnel guy with all of your years of coaching in the college game and the NFL game, but you definitely were paying attention to personnel because you want to know who you were coaching. What did you think when the 53-man came out? And obviously there's already been a move since then.
Well, I was impressed with the way the club, in particular, the personnel staff, really worked at, finalizing the roster and then also adding to the roster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I would say I think they did a heck of a job. When you think about, first of all, what they did today, the gaining of the wide receiver Patrick, who is a heck of a player and a good blocker. I remember him from his play. So they're getting a good football player, and I think they probably used the 6th-round pick that they got in the trade that involved Fred Johnson. So. Very, very, very active, very quick to address a situation that people thought they might in terms of the wide receiver position. And then when you look at a couple other things that they did during training camp, when they were able to add Saunders and Johnson at the D-line and interior D-line, which were question mark situations, really good guys that made the team, veteran players that look like they're going to help an area that needed some help. Again, they saw situations and addressed them quickly. And then I think, too, in my career, we've always been involved as a coach in trying to see if there were players that would be not, that you thought were draftable but might not get drafted and see if you could get them to your club. Well, what they did at defensive end with Strigow and Green, 2 guys that, as everybody's kind of talked about over the time I've been involved a little bit, have flashed a little bit. Well, shoot, number one, they both get sacks in the recent camp or the recent game against Miami. Strigow against the number ones, and then when you get 2 of those guys that can make the team, the value that you get is exceptional. Free agents that make your team, college free agents that probably were draftable, that's a great value. So I think that, they saw areas that they thought they had need in. They've addressed them. So I think, again, I've been very impressed especially with the personnel staff and coaching staff have done in terms of, upgrading and making decisions on the roster.
Now, Coach, the old regime had 9 draft picks last year, and in the new regime, out of those 9 draft picks, only 4 made the team. Is that an indictment on the old regime, or is that just a new regime, being able to evaluate talent a little bit better?
Leon, I think you bring up a great point, and I think it's probably a combination thereof. I heard from somewhere, I guess, on the show that half of the roster of the final 53 a year ago are no longer here. And then what you just talked about in terms of the draft picks from the last, not this current class, which I guess all made the team, but before that, it doesn't bode well for perhaps former selections, and it probably does bode well for the evaluation skills of the current staff. So I just think that I like the fact that they've been active. They've been aggressive in terms of, deciding how they can make this club better and not waiting on it, getting after it right away. And I think you may still see some more moves as time goes on a little bit in areas. So very impressed so far with what this new coaching staff and personnel group have done to make this roster better.
Hey, Mark, help us with this disconnect with Devin Lloyd. You got a site like PFF, Pro Football Focus, rank him as one of the top off-ball linebackers in all of the NFL. And we watch him on a week-to-week basis over the last 3 years, and there's not a whole lot there, Mark. What are we missing?
Well, not being in those rooms, it's hard to tell in some respects. I know he's got talent, but again, what you're looking for, and you're bringing it up, Matt, is productivity, and that's when players really show their value. You want guys that can make plays and make them consistently, and that's always what coaching staffs and personnel departments are looking for: the production, not just the measurables and things of that nature. Now, this guy has had some production, came out as a very productive player. The fact that they had him dressed against Miami and he didn't play, but the fact that he was playing and also in the previous game against New Orleans. Now he made a big hit in that game against New Orleans, so I think he's gotten the message that production is paramount for all players, and especially at the linebacker position. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But I don't know, again, if where they've got him is maybe his best position. You want to make sure you take advantage, make the shoes fit in terms of what the player's skills and abilities and instincts are. I don't know enough about Devin to be able to comment too much about that. I just know he was productive as a collegiate player, and I'm anxious to see him approach that kind of production.
It's so funny because we have talked about he's played different positions, try and rush him as a pass rusher off the edge. We've talked about a lot of possibilities, and he just hasn't flashed with any regularity or consistency to make you have faith in putting him back out there. And you, Coach, we're talking with Coach Mark Duffner, linebackers coach for a long, long time, 50 years coaching, with his last being with the Cincinnati Bengals this past year. How would you start that engine? Is it what he sees or reaction time? What is it that's holding Devin Lloyd back?
Well, I think that's what you're saying, Joe, is exactly what I'm sure the coaching staff's doing. You've got to, they've got to know, what his strengths and weaknesses are, and obviously play to his strengths. And I'd put him in a position, because he's got such strong measurables. You got to put him in a position where he can just attack, and whatever. If there's something that's affecting his ability to do that, we've got to determine what that is. Are we asking him to do too much? Is there, are the keys simple enough for him to key and read? Where do his eyes need to be? Who can block him? I mean, that's where it all starts. So, this guy has to know where his eyes have to be and has to be cognizant of who can block him, and then be in position to go make the play. I mean, the almost is not going to get her done. It's got to be, job well done. It's got to be production. So I'm sure that the coaching staff is already determined what and how this guy keys and reacts, and we've got to put him in a position for him to be able to do that, or we've got to move to another player. And that's got to be, I'm sure, a factor as they've kind of been rotating him a little bit, on the defense. And so I think that that's going to be a key component here as they move forward, not only into the first game against Carolina, but as the season goes on.
So, Coach, here's my concern when it comes to the offensive line, especially the tackle position. Fred Johnson, initially, before the start of training camp, there was a threat that he could either start at left tackle or right tackle. Now Fred Johnson is gone. We traded him for a 7th-round pick. And now I feel that the tackle play is more comfortable now. I don't feel the need to make them comfortable because they haven't been consistent enough to have those positions that they're in right now.
Yeah, no, and that's why I said, you still don't know how this team. There may be an addition there at that spot as the day goes on. I know there's been a lot of question on the play of the tackle position, especially with Walker Little being there and trying to see who was all going to fit around, and whether it would be Harrison or however it would be. In that case, they were looking at Johnson there. I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't seen him, but with Cole Van Lanen, maybe he's going to be able to get back into the picture as far as that's concerned. But I think that's still an area of concern a little bit. I've been impressed with guys, the younger guys, the Milams, the Monheims that have jumped into the depth situations there. And you're hopeful that Makari is going to be able to be in a position to play probably maybe at guard. And I know that the play that they got from Adoga was a positive during the thing. But I'm still concerned, like you are, I think, in terms of what that whole unit's going to be, because keeping the quarterback, keeping Trevor healthy is going to be, and it is for every team, is going to be a paramount responsibility for that group. It always is. And in the fact that they've also, shown that they can run the football. I thought they did it fairly effectively against Miami's ones the other night. They did. And so things that they've talked about in terms of the running game, protecting the quarterback, it's going to start with that group. And when that group's been good, especially here, the team has also enjoyed the kind of positive success.
So, Mark, this franchise has had a lack of explosion plays last couple of years. You being the defensive coach that you are, the things that puts defenses in stress more than anything are guys that can cause conflict. Do they have guys in that offense that can cause defenses conflict other than Brian Thomas?
I think so. I mean, I absolutely think so. I think that Hunter, obviously, I think he's a rare and special athlete, and so I think his contribution on offense is going to be, I think, very, very strong. I also think that the running back group and what I think that they can do, not only as runners, but certainly as receivers against linebackers, guys that I'm used to. I like what I see out of Tootin. I like what I see out of ETN and even Allen in terms of what he demonstrated on third down some. So, I think that they've got some weapons there. The tight end Strange has been a productive player for them. So I think there's some true weapons that you've got that are going to help the explosiveness of the offense. And then I think that also comes down to the play of the quarterback. When Trevor can be a guy that if the play's not right there and he starts to scramble, well, that's when those explosives are the most commonly occurring, when the quarterback's on the move a little bit and the play has to be extended. So I think that with the receivers, with the running backs, with what I think Trevor can do with this offense, you're going to see more explosive plays for sure.
Good stuff, Coach. We appreciate it. You guys will be treated to Coach Mark Duffner and Coach Gerald Ingram, two former coaching members of the Jaguars, with all their other work that they've done. We'll have them with XL Primetime every other week, and then we're going to crank up a podcast with both of them, both sides of the ball. We're looking forward to it. Coach, great stuff, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. And again, we're real excited about the start of this season. Let's see what happens the rest of this day in terms of possible player acquisition.
It's true. Very true. They're not going to stop. They're not laying down and relaxing. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
All right, Coach Duff, and he said it. Just the fact that once they had the 53, they immediately made more moves, and our actives all get out. So we'll stay on this subject, get into a couple more decisions that they made. How good can they be? Will those decisions that they made pay off, and are they done? We'll get into all that coming up, along with some college ball. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. Don't forget, call 287-PLAY, 9 after 5 tonight. Come on out.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle.
For over 55 years, Green Acres Sporting Goods has proudly served Jacksonville from the corner of Normandy and Hammond Boulevard. From archery to hunting and fishing, they've got the gear, service, and know-how to get you outdoor ready. Stop by their full-service archery pro shop and check out their wide selection of firearms. And while you're there, sign up for their weekly concealed weapon classes. You can find it all at greenacressporting.com.
Ready to add some value to your day? The everyday deals at Sonny's have got you covered. Right now, you can get the pork big deal for 10, the pork and rib combo for 12, all you can eat ribs for $19.99, and our new loaded barbecue potato for $11. Available all day, every day. And that's why it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Cleaning Freaks at Zero Res. Great time of the year to get your house Zero Resified. And right now, you can get your entire home clean from Jacksonville's ultimate carpet cleaner. You'll get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135. Plus, they're throwing in a free hallway and take $100 off the air duct cleaning. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResJacksonville.com or call 287-5727 and ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It spells the same. Zero Res.
Zero Res.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentist and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
We've all seen great overtime games and thrilling finishes, but when it comes to having a big time, knowing when to say when is key. Budweiser reminds you to win the day and night by designating a driver. That's a victory every time.
Hey, Niall Lawrence Stample, national champion and owner of NLS Cleaning here, where we offer pressure washing, gutter cleaning, and paver sealing, plus window cleaning. Football season is back. Get 20% off your first service when you mention this ad through September 30th. Call 708-8802.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
This is Dylan Denmark with 1010XL, and Kuhn Flowers will do your holiday tree decorating, including all of your lights. Wow! So call on Kuhn Flowers today. They'll do it all this fall.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
All right, so give us some suggestions on what you like most about the roster, what you like least about the roster now that the Jaguars have trimmed it to 53, and we keep repeating ourselves. It doesn't mean they're done. Just because you make it doesn't mean you're going to make it permanently. Anything can happen, but we get the gist of what they've done. They're serving up youth. They're going through the draft to try and develop players. They're trying to rebuild, retool, and fashion a roster that can compete on a regular basis. And they ain't afraid. They'll make mistakes. I think every staff, you're not going to get everything right. But at the same time, they're saying goodbye to what they believe is average or below average, and they're trying to say hello to let's get some above average talent on this roster.
Well, listen, we've been saying that the last couple of years that they needed to upgrade the talent on the team and
bigger, faster, stronger, man.
That part, yeah. And then listen, with 26 guys from last year's roster is no longer on his team, that lets you know that they had to revamp. They had to revamp in whatever capacity it could in free agency, in the draft, and developing guys. Listen, the fact that 2 undrafted free agents made this team and guys from the draft pick last year got cut, that's all you need to know right there. All you need to say. They're not, listen, they recognize talent and they see the ceiling upside and they feel that they can develop these guys to where, they can be quality players. So I don't have a problem with that.
I don't either. Everybody needs to know, like, when they add someone, it's not going to be this, huge, great, big deal. They basically just added Tim Jones is what they did. They had a taller Tim Jones.
They traded Tim Jones for Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick's done a hell of a lot. Don't get that twisted.
I understand.
He's done a hell of a lot more than Tim Jones ever did.
But they essentially added a fifth receiver who they can throw the ball in the end zone on fades and a special teams guy.
Okay, but hear what I'm saying. Tim Jones never made any play any regularity in the offense. Tim Patrick has at least made his share of plays.
He's also coming off ACL and Achilles.
I understand. I'm not saying that they did. What is your point?
I'm not knocking all I'm saying is I get it. You're always trying to upgrade the roster. And is he an upgrade over training camp Trammell? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just so funny. You pick that one thing as opposed to the whole 53-man because what they're trying to do is they're taking the trash out.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. I thought we were just talking about what they're doing now, right?
Yeah. Well, training camp Trammell has no yards receiving does he? I mean, this guy had at least back-to-back.
He had a couple catches last year.
But this guy at least had 700 yards.
He also made some great catches in camp, too.
Well, this guy, at least in Denver, had back-to-back 700 yards.
He did. He's also 30 years old.
Yeah,
he's coming off an ACL and Achilles.
Look, this is not. You don't like old guys. I can tell that right now.
Yeah, I do like old guys.
He might provide some much-needed leadership.
He may. He may be a great locker room presence, no doubt about it.
Yeah, because, I mean.
And if that's the case, giddy up.
Right, because this isn't the.
That's all he's going for.
Yeah, that was my point.
I saw his stats.
Right, and that's exactly what my point was.
Yeah, but my whole thing is I'm not talking about one transaction. I'm talking about the whole sum total of it, what they did do.
Oh, yeah, the turnover of the roster.
Rookies making rosters. Undrafted rookies making rosters.
They are turning over the roster, no doubt.
Hey, telling Devin Lloyd, just because you're a first-rounder doesn't mean you're a starter. Ventrell Miller, a fourth-rounder drafted after you, a balky decision, but they did draft him, has got a chance to be a starter because of his instincts, his playmaking abilities, awareness, his knowledge of the playbook, everything. Whereas Devin Lloyd has been dropped in all these different spots, and he hasn't made enough plays. And I wanted to see what that talented athlete from Utah look like in an NFL uniform making plays, and we never really saw it with any consistency at all.
Yeah, because eventually that first round fragrance at stench, it wears off as years go by.
And becomes a stench.
And it becomes a stench, absolutely. Yeah. That's the reason why.
To a stench.
It was from a scent to a stench.
You're not living up to it.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not living up to your expectations.
Yeah. And so I applaud them for that more than anything else. Just move on and try and move up. And Ventrell Miller may not be able to hold up, may not be better or as good as, or we don't
stay
know.
Healthy. He's got it. If he stays healthy, I think he can.
Yeah, because you've seen and both of these guys were stars in college, so we can't necessarily say just because you were a star on a college football field means it's going to translate to the NFL.
Xavier Estrepo.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right, but the point is, both
Come on, Restrepo.
all things being equal and both
Yeah.
being healthy,
Yeah.
he's a better player than Devin Lloyd.
Because of his instincts.
Yes.
He's just such a quick decision maker. He commits to it. He finds that
Plus,
gap, fills it up,
He
blows
hits
up
that
the running
gap,
back.
man, quickly.
Yeah. And I saw Devin Lloyd make a couple of those plays, which made me
Against the
think
Saints,
maybe they're not getting rid of him. It's not like they won't have an opportunity for both of these guys to make plays. But we're talking about Devin Lloyd being looked at as, hey, you're going to have to contribute on special teams. That's what backup linebackers do.
Yeah, true.
That's a whole new world for him.
This contract year, too.
Yeah. And that's without the option being picked up. So this, if nothing else, just applaud them for saying, you know what, we've seen enough. We're now going to start to turn over this roster in such a dramatic way. On the defensive line, you got plenty of guys that have a chance to make plays, guys you're used to seeing, guys you're happy to see back. DeJuan Smoot has had a nice second go as a Jacksonville Jaguar. We'll see how he
Good for Smoot, too, by the way.
He's
came all the way back from that injury. Good for him.
Yeah, he's come back. He's fought hard, and I applaud him because he's a never quit working type of personality. And he's
Old guy. I love that old guy.
And he's still getting stuff out of his body.
You're
in his
one
game.
real old guy you like.
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, not even that old, but we'll find out with those guys what they can end up doing, because that's going to be the key to anything that happens on the back end. Can they provide a pass rush? Can they impact the quarterback, collapse the pocket, and make him nervous to get rid of the ball
and get home, bro?
Yeah.
Not only the front four pass rushing, but when you run your cross dogs or your blitzes and your stunts and all that kind of stuff, are you getting home? Are you effectively affecting the quarterback's play?
There's
In
nothing
some
worse,
capacity.
nothing worse, Leon, and you know this, than sending extra guys and the quarterback never even knows it.
Exactly.
Because they chose a gap that he was never anywhere near, and then they never get, like you said, they never get home. It drives you crazy. All right, some college football coming up. It's XL Primetime. Hang out with us. You guys can find us on YouTube. You can find us on the stream, on the radio dial. We appreciate it wherever you consume a little 1010XL 92.5 FM. Don't forget, you can consume a little and play some good golf tonight. Skins game, 9-hole game. Food and prizes afterwards, all at the Golf Club of Southampton. So call 287-PLAY. Forecast looks great. Come on out and play a little golf.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. 1010XL brings you the orange and blue.
Wow, wow, wow!
The Gators grit their teeth against the Sharks of Long Island University. Saturday at 7 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. As temperatures warm up around us, ants come out in droves. And when they move into your home or business, it's unnerving. Terminix knows that ants add up fast, but Terminix subtracts them faster because living with ants isn't any fun. When ants show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with an ant problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
If you're 35 to 75, you could get life insurance today. No medical exam needed. I'm Cody with Harborstone Financial. One call could protect your family for life. Call me today, 904-885-9566.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 27, 2017, Floyd Mayweather defeated Conor McGregor in 10 rounds.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband and wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Jaguars football is officially back. Be there as number 2 overall draft pick Travis Hunter, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and new head coach Liam Cohen take the field for the first time during the 2025 NFL regular season. Secure your seats for when the Jaguars take on the Panthers September 7th by going to jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Tired of wrestling with your shower curtain like it's a slip and slide gone wrong? Ditch the drama and say hello to a smooth, stylish glass shower enclosure from Baker Glass. Wago Glass is clean, elegant, and makes your bathroom look huge and brighter. Give your shower a makeover and feel like you're in a spa without the price tag. I'm Mac at Baker Glass. Call me and get ready to love your new shower. Let's make your shower great again. Remember, Baker Glass, no one treats you better.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinder's Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
All right, Prosser here, and I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy. They make the promise. Let me show you some of the proof. This is Nicoletta and Daniel in Panther Creek. We don't recommend this, but we bought our new house before we sold our old one. Then worst case scenario happened. Our old home failed to sell in a year with another realtor. Finally, we got smart. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they sold it in 10 days above asking price. These are the results you're getting with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to have the right people on your side. Maybe you want max price. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Maybe you just want to sell right now. Well, fast, easy, and stress-free, that's what Chad and Sandy bring to you. They have this guarantee. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. They're the local real estate experts you can trust for all of your real estate needs. Go to chadandsandy.com today. That's chadandsandy.com, or call that help hotline, 904-414-6200.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
All right, one of our favorite characters on XL Primetime, Bill Belichick. This story just broke from Darren Ravel, and it's hilarious. So him and his muse, Jordan Hudson, have filed a trademark, much like Leon. But this was for the term gold digger, with the intention of using it to create a line of jewelry and keychains. They've also trademarked Chapel Bill, Bellastrator, which I don't really get that one, Trail of Salty Tears, which I guess they're making light of the fact that our government relocated hundreds of thousands of Indians against their will. No Days Off, and the Belichick Way.
No Days Off.
So look for your gold digger keychains and jewelry coming to a local store near you.
Let me just say
Probably
this.
not Underwoods. I doubt they would.
What has she done to him?
I know.
The fact that she convinced him that the whole gold digger thing is cool.
Yeah, it's like a thing to be proud.
Yeah,
The Trail of Salty Tears?
That one is terrible.
What has she done to him?
She's corrupted his soul.
Say,
That's what she's done.
He's AI. He's not real.
He may not
He's
be, bro.
not, right?
He's the Bellastrator.
He's been made.
Yeah.
He's
And the
been made.
Bellastrator?
Now, somebody on the text line has to explain. That one went way over my head. I don't really get that at all. Chapel Bill is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
What about Helly Belly?
I like Helly Belly. You should trademark that.
Yeah.
I'll give it to her. I toss her one.
She's convinced him that she's trying to fleece his money out of his bank account and that it's a good idea.
It's like cool to be
called the
a gold digger.
Right, well, what, I mean,
Bill,
what
isn't this
else is she
awesome?
doing? Of course it's what she's doing.
Yeah. Well, she's like, I've heard enough people call me that. I'm going to make money off of it.
She's embracing it, bro.
Exactly.
Embrace your
by the way,
dark side.
Speaking of embracing, Adele has embraced the idea of the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce wedding on one of our nooners. He said he found a pic of Taylor Swift getting the wedding invitations ready, and she's licking them.
Oh,
You know what's funny? My
Who
friend
knows?
was
This may not go
engaged to a
well.
woman, and they had a similar problem. She was licking the engagement envelopes.
Yeah.
She got sick from the glue, Joe.
I hope she was. Whoa!
Are you serious?
Come on.
Die.
Stop it.
You're always so morbid, bro.
No, that actually happened.
No way.
It happened.
Dude, it's a family friend of mine.
He didn't really want to get married to her anyway, so he was kind of happy about it. She
He must have gotten her cheap invitations. The only thing I can think of.
And then her estate, actually thought that he might have had something to do
later
with
down
it.
the road, like she had a lot of money, so her estate thought that actually he had something to do with it.
So instead of him getting the money, they gave it to like a
How about that, bro?
That's crazy.
college kid.
Cold. That's crazy. Cold-blooded.
All right, let's get back into a little college ball as we get ready for these big ball games. And the decisions have been made as far as getting quarterbacks under center. We're going to find out for the first time what CJ Carr, what he looks like against that Miami defense, because he's coming in basically eyes wide open. His first start. Now, Notre Dame's been very successful with quarterbacks that they have brought in there of late. They haven't missed the beat too much at all. But this is a totally different dynamic. Instead of getting Sammy Hartman with experience, Riley Leonard with experience, they're basically going with a guy that has zero experience. We're going to find out what he can do against that defense. And you're going to find out whether, Corey Heatherman, is he going to be good as a defensive coordinator to be able to rattle a CJ Carr and get him off of his
We
spot.
actually shouldn't learn his name until he proves that he's good enough to stick around for more than a year.
I mean, to be fair, he was not the architect of those great Minnesota defenses. Joe Rossi was. And he went to Michigan State prior to last year when Jonathan Smith hired him. And then Corey got the job. So we'll see. All I'm saying is we'll see.
He's a backdrop of the guy who had success.
Joe Rossi was
got to back up
Come on,
DC.
bro. We got to back up DC.
But hang on here.
Oh, thanks,
he was a Greg Schiano disciple. So that
I feel a little better. I feel a little better
because
now.
he's got the Miami stock to him. I'm a Schiano fan.
I will say this about Miami Notre Dame. Everybody's focusing on Texas and Ohio State because it's number 1 versus number 2, and I get that. I really think the better games are LSU, Clemson, and Miami Notre Dame. I think both those games
They'll be closer. Is that what you're saying?
I think they'll be better games. I think they're more complete teams. Those 2 games, because I think Texas still has questions. Not only that, we don't know what we're going to get from Arch on the road in a big environment. No one does, right? And they've revamped their defense. And then Ohio State, I think, has 6 starters returning from that team, or 7 starters returning from that team.
Texas lost, I think, 4/5.
And they're playing a redshirt freshman quarterback.
Yeah, Texas lost 4/5 of their offensive line.
Right.
So that's also significant against that Ohio State Buckeye defense. And they also lost their defensive coordinator. So you got all these different
And their
things
defensive line.
Yeah, that you have to kind of figure out which of these. But so you're thinking closer game or more exciting game or more of a surprise at the end?
I think when we watch the Ohio State-Texas game, I think you're going to see a lot of okay, I think these guys look talented, but it's going to take a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Both teams.
Right.
I think you're going to see more polished teams at Clemson and LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you'll see more polished teams in Notre Dame in Miami as well.
Yeah. And I, honestly, just going back to the quarterback play, I don't know what CJ Carr represents. I really don't. He looks talented. You see a guy that has tremendous potential.
Recruit. Yeah.
But you don't know. Carson Beck, you believe he's healthy and you think he's going to be able to operate and maneuver in a Shannon Dawson offense that he should thrive in. And then you take the Nussmeier-Klubnik combo. Great. But the Arch and Sayin, we don't know.
Right. I would put Carr in the same boat as Sayin. Okay. Same thing.
Talented, but we have
I think Arch is a little bit higher because he started a couple games, got a couple wins. You know, they were both at Austin.
Right. He's
been in some big games as a backup. That the one red zone possession he had against Texas A&M was a big moment in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's at least been in some big moments.
So if you go advantage in terms of you compare or put Sayin and Carr in the same pile, one's at home, the other's on the road.
Yeah.
So that also will have a huge impact on which of these guys is going to be successful.
All 6 of those teams could be in the playoff at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So in the 1 o'clock hour, we're going to do a little Here Comes the Judge as far as which of these coaches that are right now patrolling sidelines on Saturdays here in 2025 can win their first national championship. So Big Sirs will pick one. Maddie will pick one. We'll do that coming up. But right now, let's just stay with the college football feel.
Yeah, we're talking about big games.
With that huge game down in Gainesville, Hogtown, as they get ready to welcome in Long Island.
And we make fun of this game, but it is week 1 for your Gators, and it's you want to be there. It's a night game; it won't be too hot at night. I got a pair of tickets right now. Long Island Sharks versus the Florida Gators. Go see DJ Lagway. Be caller number 4 right now at 641-1010, and I'll hook you up.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford. We live for this.
That is caught for the touchdown.
We live for Jaguars football.
And the Jags strike first.
1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
Jacksonville, Hickens calling it. Checkmate Coating, my MVP. Tough, slick floors that dominate any space.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise and towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Listen to whatever you like, whenever you want.
I like this.
1010XL, on demand. Ad-free shows after the live shows end. Shuttled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Son Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports memories. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game when Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle & Sons. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. CoyleJacks.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Fences come in all shapes and sizes. It's not just as simple as build me a fence. That's where Duval Fence steps in. They've got it all, from vinyl and aluminum to chain link and quality wood fencing. Duval Fence has been part of Jacksonville since the 70s, and their work stands up to the test of time. Companies come and go, but serving the community as a valued business partner means something to Duval Fence. Residential, commercial, large industrial projects. Check out DuvalFence.com for the local original fence company.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the Southeast to offer multi-unit hair grafting and the 45-minute PRP treatments. Grow your hair back. Call now for a free in-person evaluation. 904-777-IHRS, 904-777-4477, or visit hairforme.com.
Did you know that basketball and volleyball were invented at the YMCA? That's right, and even today, the Y continues to lead the way in youth sports programming, from toddlers just starting out to teens ready to compete. The Y offers skill development, recreational play, and competitive leagues, all in a fun, supportive environment. Get your child in the game to build character and skills at the Y. Registration is now open for youth volleyball and soccer at fcymca.org.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Frangie, and I got to tell you, I can't fix anything. I would be so lost with plumbing problems if not for Duck Rooter. But everybody knows to call the Duck. Well, I do too. Whether it's plumbing, air conditioning, septic, they handle all of it, and nobody does a better job than our friends at Duck Rooter. Any of those needs you have, call them today, 904-862-6769, or go to duckrooter.com. If you've got problems, call Duck Rooter. They'll handle it. I guarantee it.
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. The Jacksonville Jaguars have agreed to terms with the Detroit Lions to trade a 6th-round selection in the 2026 draft in exchange for wide receiver Tim Patrick. Right now, 86 degrees at 1 o'clock. Time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Had she been exposed to any kind of inexpensive glue? Why? We found traces of a certain toxic adhesive commonly found in very low-priced envelopes.
Well, she was sending out our wedding invitations.
That's probably what did it.
We were expecting about 200 people.
We know what cool sounds like. XL Primetime. But what does it feel like? Find out at FloridaHomeAC.com. 1010XL.
It was going to be a shebang. He was all broken up by it. 200 people coming. Just a who's who as far as an event goes. How could you know? How could you know? And then you feel responsible because you picked out the invitation. So that's why Dell's just trying to warn Taylor Swift, because it looks like she may be onto the same thing. Lickable envelopes are out, okay? They're passé. They're a thing of the past.
Make sure Travis doesn't bite you.
Yeah, don't let him go shopping for it, because if you are going to predict something that he probably would do, just like any dude would do, wait till the last minute. And then you go, oh, dang it. All right, I'm going to pick out the first thing I see. Yeah, and then it could be on that clearance rack. And the next thing you know, lickable envelopes, and you're gone.
Yeah, and yes,
it happens
Leon,
that fast.
Yes, Leon, that story was not real from Matt's friend.
At some point, you or I are going to have like a really good anecdote from one of our real friends.
Yeah. And we're not
and people aren't going to believe us.
Yeah.
So you're going to like, that's from a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah. Love it.
And yes, you guys on the text line.
Right. Yes.
We love
obviously, we know it's a Seinfeld reference.
You're
We're trying to get Leon every time, okay?
So the three of you that text, everyone else laughs and they think it's funny, but there's like three of you every time they're like, you guys, that's a Seinfeld episode. As if yeah, of course it is.
Seinfeld sleuths out there. They're all over it.
You're a genius,
Leon's
guy.
never going to trust us again.
Yeah,
You know
we're
that, right?
obviously, we do a joke against Leon.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And I love it. All right. 1 o'clock hours here. XL Primetime. Big Sirs, Maddie, Josie, JJ, we're hanging out. You guys hang out with us. We appreciate it. That's for sure. We've been talking about the Jaguars roster. We got into the college football world this past go-around, and we need to kind of stay in the college football world with a Here Comes the Judge coming up in just about 15 minutes as far as who among the head coaches that are out there that have never won the Natty can actually do it. Because right now, active head coaches, there are few that have hardware, very few. And you want to see if there's another one that's going to join that little fraternity. Ryan Day was the most recent dude to do it because he did it a season ago. And we'll find out which of these two guys think another one might be on their way to the national championship. I was looking at some odds. Hard Rock Bet's got all the futures and all that kind of stuff. And the odds right now, you can catch a decent number in terms of all these schools that are favored to win the national championship, but not by a small number. We're talking 6-1, maybe plus 600 was the best odds of the Texases, the Georgias, the Bamas, the Ohio States, the Penn States. That ain't a bad number. That means it's kind of anybody's ball game right now is really what it boils down to. All right, let's hit that real quick and get back to college ball.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
So Albert Breer, longtime NFL insider reporter for Sports Illustrated, has the initial waiver claims in full. Jaguars did not put in for any.
Okay.
Any.
So they're gonna hang on right now,
which is interesting. Jordan Jefferson, by the way, picked up by the Niners. Chad Moore picked up by the Colts. Tyler Lacey picked up by the Lions.
Okay, yeah. And those guys, they were all draft picks. You're talking a third rounder, a fourth rounder, 2 fourth rounders.
Yeah.
And who knows? Everyone's looking to see whatever it is that they have versus what they might get if they go and make a deal like that. They pick them up, they give them a shot, see where it goes. But either the player potential here was not realized because of the player himself or the coaching. It's one or the other. It's the way you develop guys, or it's the individual himself. What does he have in him? How is he going to develop as a player? And right now, the coaching seemed poor enough, particularly on that side of the ball. When you go back 3 seasons worth of just kind of letdowns in the biggest of moments, what are these guys going to do when they put on other people's uniforms? How are they going to be? I don't know.
What position do you think? Okay, if they go after someone in the waiver or down the road, if someone gets whatever for whatever reason gets cut, whatever it is,
right?
Or there's a street free agent they see, it's got to be D edge, right?
I would still go along the defensive line. I wouldn't ignore the interior. I wouldn't ignore that big man position. The guy that has to take on all comers, bowling balls and butcher knives. Whoever plays the one, and that could be right now. You got Devon Hamilton and Colin Saunders, and those are the 2 guys that you're going to find out how good they will be. But if they don't hold up, they'll be looking, and they might be looking for an edge guy too.
Yeah, I think they might be set with this roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Is it whoever you got that you drafted or signed as an undrafted free agent, try and develop them. Bring them into the family and start to build something. Leon, you can go back and you can think of some of the teams that, not everybody's a first-round draft pick. Not everyone's second or third round or whatever. There's a bunch of guys that are going to bust their hump to try and make it.
Yeah, we had swing guys. Let me see. Novak, Huntington, played center and guard.
Yeah.
Those type of guys. Ben Coleman, when Baselli was hurt, he played left guard and left tackle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Wyatt Mealam, I think they're going to say, hey, Wyatt, he's played left tackle in college. We got him at left guard, and maybe we have to swing with the right tackle.
Yeah.
Because they don't seem it's still early. They can still go out to another offensive lineman or tackle, but I think that's their mindset. Or even when Van Landing, when he gets healthy, then he'll probably be your guy.
Yeah, I mean, unless they start the season, and that's a brutal way to start the season. That schedule, I was looking at it again the other day. They did them no favors, the league office. Unless they start out and the offensive line looks really good, and they're playing well offensively, they just can't stop anybody, and they're 2-2 or 1-3. Then I think at some point when Milam is completely healthy, they're going to get him in there because he's one of the best 5.
Well,
and if that means he plays right tackle and Anton moves to left tackle, then that's what you do.
What did you see that made you say he's one of the best 5, and who is he better than?
I think he's. You could make an argument, and again, I know he's a rookie and he's got a lot to learn, but he doesn't play the center position, obviously. So you can't count that, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just asking.
I don't know how much different he is than McCary. I don't know how much different he is than Ezra Cleveland. And frankly, I don't know how much different he is than either of the 2 tackles either.
Right. I think all I'm saying is that I didn't see enough to make me say that. It's the only thing I'm saying.
See, I did, and then I'm saying if they don't do enough at those positions in the first 3 or 4 games, he's going to get in there. They're going to put him in there.
I know that Anton Harrison and Walker Little didn't do anything near what we were expecting, but I'm just trying to figure out whether I did see enough from Wyatt that says, you know what, all right, get that guy out of here.
I will say, did you see enough from McCary and Adogo, or was it just 2 guys battling?
I feel like with gap blocking, you didn't really get to see a whole hell of a lot of it in terms of a full 60-play game to understand whether they're going to be able to do their job with that gap blocking scheme. It's not going to always be that way. There's still going to be some zone blocking, right, Leon? But just for them to get lathered up and get physical and then success on top of success. They didn't play enough for at least me to get the feel for it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, well, listen, first of all, if you're going to move Wyatt to left tackle, you're going to probably have to have a conversation with Trevor first.
Yeah.
All right, let me just put that.
I wasn't going to say putting him at left tackle. I was saying moving Anton to left tackle.
Moving Anton, boy.
Same conversation?
Same conversation. I mean, because he hasn't done enough at right tackle to warrant going to left tackle.
Right, and they moved him over one time just to at least check it, just to kind of see where it was at.
Don't you have to have the same conversation if you're going to start out with Walker Little at left tackle?
Yeah, Trevor still ain't sleeping well. Hey, I mean, nothing changed.
No,
you just hope Walker Little, can be.
The light comes on at some point.
Yes, just the light comes on at some point. Well, and I'm not gonna lie, the preseason game against the Saints played well.
Yeah, he looks okay.
Yeah, he looks okay. He just has those moments where he just fades, and you're like, where did that come from?
Right. And the offense will help him. The quick pass game will help him. The run game will help him. All those things will help him. But I got to see it. I'm not ready to bench a guy for a guy that I haven't seen until I see what the whole thing.
Nor am I. My point was is if they struggle on the offensive line the first 4 games, I don't think there's any question Milam's going in there.
Well, yeah, they'll look for options then. But I got to see what it looks like, and then we'll have an idea. All right, Golf Club of Southampton, they bring you today's show. They got great opportunities when it comes to membership right now. Take advantage of it. There are a lot of membership opportunities that you can take advantage of with the initiation fee, breaking it down, 50% discount. You got a $500 gift card that comes along with it with a 12-month membership. You can find all the details on the Facebook page at the Golf Club of Southampton or golfsouthampton.com. Come on out for the 9 after 5 tonight. 287 players, their number. We'd love to see you. Always fun when we get the 9-hole game, skins game, food and prizes. It's all happening there at the Golf Club of Southampton. All right, you guys ready? You're going to pick a coach that has not won a natty that you think will be the next to win a natty in college football. Here comes the judge coming up.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, elite service for elite companies. 1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through August 31st. Financing's available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com.
The calls have been pouring in.
It's the strongest phone connection on the First Coast. The Checkmate Coatings phone line covers you with expert interviews from around the country and your opinions and comments from here at home. All day, every day on 1010XL.
It's time to elevate your back-to-school style with luxury and a brand-new Cadillac.
Discover the 2025 Luxury XT6, a spacious 7-seat SUV starting at just $49,195. Perfect for carpooling or weekend adventures.
That's right, or step up your game with the stunning 2026 Vistique, Escalade, and Escalade IQ.
I want to go back to school in style.
You can. Visit us at Rainy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville. This school year, it's all about style.
Plus tax tag title $999 admin fee and resist all and approved credit.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, visit AA Automotive on Richard Street. For oil changes to complex repairs, AA Automotive is a full-service repair shop for personal and commercial fleet vehicles. Trust AA to keep your ride running A-OK.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Hear the Florida Gators all season on 1010XL. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. The law firm of Farah and Farah and Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Go Gators.
David here with Royal Pest Services. It's back. Our summer Centricon Termite Special. New installs begin as low as $249. And if you have existing Centricon, but your renewal is through the roof, we can transfer you to Royal at no cost. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate.
Hack
Packer here, and you guys know I always tell you the benefits of Awaken 180 weight loss. Well, I had another one last week. I went down to Disney for Mickey's not-so-scary Halloween party, right? And I actually dressed up in a costume along with my wife and my son. Now, 100 pounds ago, I would not have ever dreamed of dressing up in a costume nor getting my picture taken because I didn't want to get my picture taken. I didn't want it plastered all over the internet with the way I look. But thanks to Awaken 180 and losing over 100 pounds, you get more confidence. You can wear costumes now. You can be part of the family fun. It's just another benefit that Awaken 180 provides. It's a healthy lifestyle. I'm in the maintenance program now. It's absolutely awesome. Again, I cannot possibly recommend Awaken 180 enough. Losing weight has changed my life. If it's time to change your life, go to awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800. If I can do it, you can do it. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Here comes the judge. Litigated by Campione Law, champions for justice.
All right, so this is an important segment, okay, because we're after justice when it comes to making decisions on XL Primetime and between two counselors, one being Big Leon Searcy, the other being Matt Hayes. I will serve as your judge today, and we will determine whether or not one has a better argument than the other for the next first-time national championship head coach. We only have 2 or 3 that are patrolling the sidelines right now, ladies and gentlemen. Who will be the next to win a natty in college football for the very first time? Let's see if we can settle this argument right now.
Here comes the judge.
Order in the court.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, I always like to make sure that my court is in order. I've got 2 counselors that are coming to the bench and going to form an argument, but more than anything else, I need my courtroom to be in order by making sure that my bailiff has his hair on, okay? And all you got to do is take a look on YouTube and look. I'm in full regalia, man. Okay, I'm ready to judge and rule and run this whole thing. But my bailiff right now is minus his curly locks. So you can go to YouTube, you can check it out. I told JJ to run. Now we got Aaron in there working too. Okay, Aaron's training, and JJ is
there we go.
Right there with him. All right, so now we can proceed.
He's
All
a beaut.
So it's either
He's got to put his U t-shirt on too.
Yeah,
That'd be better.
exactly. All right, so here we go. Campione Law bringing it to you. Don't forget, if you find yourself in front of the judge, do not mess around. Go with a local team of attorneys that can help you for sure. Champions for Justice. Check out CampioneLaw.com. Big Sirs, I'm going to invite you to bring your argument to the table right now. Who will be the next first-time national champion head coach in college football?
Well, Your Honor, my client is Miami OG himself. No one other than Mario Cristobal.
Well, I think we should end it right now because this is absolutely ridiculous.
I want to hear this. I want to see what type of interesting approach you may have to this.
All right, Your Honor.
Proceed.
My Miami OG.
This might be recency bias, Your Honor.
Is Mario Cristobal. You heard of him? 2-time national champion at the University of Miami. All right. He was a graduate assistant. Well, Butch Davis saved the program when we was on probation. All right.
Okay. Comes from good stock.
It comes from good stock. Then he went to Rutgers as an offensive line coach. Then came back to Miami with Larry Coker and was an offensive line coach. Then he went to play at FIU where he fired me.
But you're not bitter.
I'm not bitter, you know. And then he went to Bama as an offensive line coach and won a couple of natties. Then he got a head coaching job, Your Honor, at Oregon. Pac-12 champions.
Pac-12.
Twice. Then he got his dream job, Your Honor. No one like the prodigal son coming home. And he came home.
Mario back in
Miami. First couple of years wasn't pretty. They were ugly. But last year, Your Honor, Mario took us to a 9-0 ride, Your Honor. Number 6
and then right to the Pop-Tart.
It was impressive until it wasn't.
We got a hostile witness, Your Honor.
Okay.
You're speaking out of turn.
Counselor, hey, you'll get your turn, okay? All right.
Your Honor, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't. 9-0, number 6 in the country. And then we lost 2 or 3. crushed our dreams of going.
Am I looking at the stat sheet right?
Yes.
480 yards given up.
Yes, you are. It was devastating. But then we got Cam Ward. I told you Miami fans that we wasted Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
And they got on me. They leaped on me. But I told the truth, John. Truth hurts sometimes.
You got to deal in the real.
Yeah. But we shook the tree.
And guess deal in the real.
And Your Honor, we shook the tree after Cam Ward, and guess who fell in our lap? No other than Carson Beck. 29-3 in the SEC, Your Honor. 29-3.
So that's a sterling record against the mighty SEC.
Well, Mario's recruiting.
I think it's 24-3, bro. But that's all right.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's okay. Yeah. But Your Honor,
Leon to his own facts.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Yeah.
It keeps speaking out of turn, Your Honor.
You might want to show him the hands.
I'm about to leap over the desk, Your Honor.
Exactly.
I'm about to get the hands.
I might do it for you. All right.
No, Your Honor, but Mario's a hell of a coach, hell of a recruiter, but he's got to finish the task, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And I'm selecting my fellow offensive line compadre, to get his first national championship.
If nothing else, and I'll get to some other reasoning with this argument, the schedule is favorable if you start off on the right foot. All right. Mario Cristobal has been presented as one of
Wait, so you think it'll happen this year, Leon?
Oh, he's saying it. I don't know if he's saying that. Are you saying that?
I'm saying it.
Oh,
yes.
He is saying it. He is saying it.
I'm all in.
Bailiff. He's saying it.
You're saying Miami's going to win the national championship this year?
I don't stutter.
In so many words, yes. Okay, this is news, people. All right, so he has selected Mario Cristobal
one day early from the picks tomorrow.
Then, and we will do all of our picks, Power 4 championship teams, and then we'll have to figure out exactly how many we're naming for we're just going to name the final 2 that are going to play for the college football playoff. All right, Matt Hayes, step to the bench and present your argument for who or whom.
All right, let me first start off by saying my coach is a cheater.
Oh.
Not only a cheater, a 2-time cheater.
You are off to a very good start right now. Continue.
A 2-time cheater.
Yeah.
Twice.
I love rule-breaking head coaches.
Sanctioned by the NCAA.
Oh.
And his university doesn't care. In fact,
laugh. They scoff at
They
it.
keep throwing money at him.
Yeah.
And they keep building that war chest, that NIL war chest. They most recently had an octogenarian booster who just happens to be the owner of Oracle. He's a billionaire.
All right, hang on.
Heard of him?
I consider
Larry
myself well educated, but if you start throwing around the word octogenarian in this courtroom,
that's 80-year-old, bro.
Yeah, we will not. I don't know if we'll stand for it. Continue.
Yeah, I just want to appeal this real quick. This is a bad judge.
It's a little bit of an age discrimination.
Right out of the gate. This judge should recuse himself.
Did you go to the Cambridge Dictionary and add that? That's age discrimination.
It's like a high school sophomore word. Anyway, let's keep going, okay?
Let's go.
Larry Ellison's in his 80s. He's got a 30-year-old girlfriend, 33-year-old girlfriend.
Are they double dating? Belly and...
No.
Jordan? No?
I'm getting there, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
She's a Michigan grad.
Oh.
She told Larry, I love you, Larry. We need a quarterback that can throw the ball. So what did Larry do? He got together with Dave Portnoy. Maybe you heard of him, Your Honor.
Ever heard of him?
Pizza guy,
yes.
Barstool Sports. They came up with a $12 million deal to get Bryce Underwood from his LSU commitment. And now Michigan has a starting quarterback.
As it was originally reported, it went from $1 million to $6 million, and now it's up to $12 million.
Michigan will buy its way to a national title. Sharon Moore has proven, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that he gets players ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? 2 years ago, during I don't even know what you want to call it, the last time they cheated, he and Jim Harbaugh together, he coached those 3 critical games, including wins over Penn State and Ohio State, that paved the way for Michigan to get to the playoff, where Michigan won the national title under the other cheater, Jim Harbaugh.
Little did you know, he had Colin Stallions and Jim Harbaugh with
That's the third cheater in the group, but we're not even going to get into that because it doesn't matter anymore because he's not only there.
So am I to understand?
Jerome, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm admitting right out of the gate before anyone tries to use it against me. He's a cheater, a 2-time cheater, but he knows how to coach. His first year last year was with a gutted roster. They lost 5 games, but they still beat the eventual national champion.
The Ohio State University.
Okay, I don't put the in front of him because that's just dumb. Okay, they still beat the eventual national champion. All right, he'll get it figured out. The roster will be improved because of the cash that Larry Ellison and many other longtime Michigan alums will feed into the program, because the whole idea of the Michigan man and the hoity-toity, we're better than you, that's all gone. That's all out the window now,
I
man.
just have to say,
Michigan doesn't care anymore.
Yep. All right, we've
that's
got a
why
rule on
Sharon
this.
Moore will be the next first-time national championship coach.
I think to myself, Leon, before you have one more closing argument sentence to give me, I think to myself, I was expecting a little more from both of you.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was expecting a little more. Now, look, BFF, tackle line mates. I get it, Leon. If you want to go with Mario
want
and
us to
that
just hop with
soft
Brian
schedule
Kelly, the
that
easy
you've got.
one? No, or
The
Sark.
judge is talking right now.
Doesn't matter. We can argue with you, Judge.
Oh, no, you can't.
You're out of order.
You'll be thrown right out of here on your rear end. All right, so listen to me, okay? You can BFF your way with Mario if you want, okay? Because it's a soft schedule. They got 3 ranked opponents. But frankly, I don't understand the argument that Mario, who's never won a conference championship, is going to march his way right into
Not
a
true,
natty.
Judge. He's won
He's won
2
2
in the Pac-12.
Well, again, at his current post.
So far, we've also underscored that you don't know what octogenarian is, and you don't know what Mario Cristobal's record is.
Yeah, let's make sure that
and you're going to make a decision on between he and I?
I'll make sure we're clear.
How about we
here.
make a decision on you? You're out.
Yeah, well,
I just got through telling you what Mario hasn't
what
done.
if we uncurl your hair? How about that,
His
Your Honor?
current position. And then
What if we straighten out your hair, Your Honor?
And then we go to the Sharon Moore argument.
Terrible.
Where were they a year ago with his first opportunity to be a head coach?
Okay, so you want me to?
They were
you want me to
losers.
pick Kalen DeBoer, right?
Okay.
You want me to pick Kalen DeBoer?
At the
What happened
very-
when Kalen DeBoer and Sharon Moore got together last year?
At the very least, Kalen DeBoer has coached at a national championship.
Okay, what happened when they
game.
got together last year?
There are credentials. Are you going to give me the bold?
Look at the SEC judge.
I
First
have
of all,
no
you're
SEC
acting
bias.
like Joe said, Kalen DeBoer. You just said that yourself.
No, 'cause that's
what are you talking
He's got
about?
that I would have used Kalen DeBoer look on his face.
No, not
or Brian
so.
Kelly or
I
What
need to
about
rule
Sark?
on this.
What do you
know
got
this
against
is?
Sark?
Okay, in the name of James Flippin' Franklin, this case has been dismissed, okay? There are no winners in this one. This is unacceptable.
I thought I was going like the weird, trendy kind of thing. I also did it just because of Trent. I wanted to just
you want to get Ozzy fired up?
Yeah, I want to get Ozzy all fired up.
Listen, I don't know where to go with either one of these suggestions. I'm hoping.
I mean, honestly, obviously, it's Sark. He's probably has the easiest road because it's Texas.
It boils down to, at least in my estimation, what James Franklin has in terms of talent. He truly has a lot of weapons on both sides of the ball. And then Sark, even though he has some losses on both sides, has been able to reload really well. And then I think we might be sleeping on Kalen DeBoer just a little bit based on what they do have with their lines of scrimmage and defense, in spite of Ty Simpson.
I told you I saw that Kalen DeBoer look.
No, believe me, I'm no SEC banner waving.
Yes, you are.
No. Okay.
Nobody shaking his head. Yes, you are.
Hey,
yes.
I'm a judge comfortable in my own robe.
You're the
Okay.
writer-
I don't think you are.
You're the writer, director, and actor.
Yeah.
Because of SEC.
Nobody even mentioned Billy.
I think you got. I think you got the Yay Alabama, fight song in your head right now.
I'm not even necessarily going in that direction, but I'm floored at the nominees. Okay. So
Actually, when you see my national champion prediction tomorrow, it's a first time.
That's wild.
It's a
Okay.
first time
All right,
guy.
well find out. Well,
wouldn't it have to be Michigan then, since
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
thinking
made
that's
that
who you-
entire argument?
No, I just made that entire argument just to make it.
Yeah.
Just to get Ozzy somewhere in this building right now, and he's angry, walking around mumbling to himself.
I was going to say, you whoever you are going to pick as a first timer tomorrow, you might use this your argument today, but we'll leave that for tomorrow. Okay, college football.
I
playoff.
didn't want to give away my national champion pick,
this
unlike Leon, who clearly gave away his.
Is there any surprise?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick my two.
By the way, we might have goaded you into that. I shouldn't say we. JJ might have goaded you into that.
No, just truthfully, outside of just making a debate, do you guys think that we'll even have a first-time winner this year?
I think James Franklin.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do too.
And look, this is not the first frivolous lawsuit that I've had to throw out of my courtroom, but I do think Jimmy Franklin has got a chance.
They've got a really good team. He's got a very motivated quarterback, and his DC is Jim Knowles, the guy who was at Ohio State
just
last
poached
year.
him from Ohio State. And they were stealing film from each other left and right. He said, let me just go get that guy coordinated.
And they got to play in Columbus this year.
Yeah.
And that'll be, having Jim Knowles will be big for them.
All right,
Very
so
big.
you guys nominate a first-time head coach to win a natty if you want. We would love for you to do it, 641-1010. But thank you, both of you, counselors. You've been in my courtroom before. You will be here again. I hope you learned a little something today, okay, as far as what you need to come in with.
Well, we're glad you learned something, Your Honor.
So this was a hung jury is what you say it was. Right?
We're not even, we're throwing this whole thing out.
No, both of you guys are going to jail.
Yeah.
Why are we going to jail? He doesn't even know what octogenarian. Forget it.
Yeah, exactly. Listen,
octogenarian means.
If you find yourself in front of the judge, and it could be any type of situation, personal injury, whatever it might be, make sure you find out about Campione Law, a team of local attorneys. They can definitely serve you. Champions for justice, for goodness sake.
XL Primetime.
Driven by Duval Ford.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine, Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, or Beaver Mitsubishi in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner with honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
The time to buy an emergency generator is before you need it, not when you're sitting in the dark. Storms happen in a hurry in Florida, so be prepared. Protect your family and property with American Electrical Contracting. Call them today, 737-7770.
Hidden Hills Golf Club wants you to know that our fall twilight rates are here. Plenty of time to get your round in before sunset for just $35 on weekdays and $39 on weekends starting at 2 p.m. Visit hiddenhillsgc.com to book today.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
This is the final week of Beards Diamond's incredible free finance offer. Hick in here. This week only, make any purchase, spread those payments over 5 years without a dime in interest payments. Not just on engagement rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, colored gemstone jewelry. Buy now, pay nothing down, spread your payments over 5 years. Such a smart way to buy and nobody else can do it. 5 years, 0 interest. You can even finance the sales tax. All GIA certified diamonds are included in this. I'm talking rounds, princess cuts, ovals, pear-shaped, cushion cuts, emerald cuts. You get the idea. Whether you get a $5,000 diamond or a $50,000 diamond, spread those payments over 5 whole years. Get the Beards Diamonds unbeatable price. Pay 0 down, spread your payments over 5 years. Lots of folks are doing this, but time is running out. The offer ends on Sunday and will not be extended. Beards Diamonds in the St. John's Town Center. Shop local, shop Beards.
1010XL, presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Oh, good stuff. Now we are going to move straight from Sharon Moore versus Mario Cristobal in the national championship game, Miami versus Michigan, into our actual picks. Okay. Now we're not going to do the full 12 of the college football playoff because weekly we will do the XLP to the CFP. We will have a blast with it, but it is time to name our Power Four champions. And then name the two. I guess you guys are going to give it up. Name the two teams that will play for it all in the Natty. Okay, we will have plenty of time to develop theories on all the other schools that are going to make it. But right now, you hear that music? Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Power Four, beginning with, according to the odds maker, Big 12 football is projected right now with an over-under of 1.5 to have teams in the college football playoff. So they think it's going to be one. You're willing to bet they're going to get two. They're the lowest of the four. ACC over-under is 2. Big 10 is 3.5. SEC is 4. Let's start with the Big 12, Big Sirs. Who you like?
So we talk the champion of the Big 12.
And we've already named them, but let's go ahead and put it out there.
All right, my champion of the Big 12 is Arizona State. Back-to-back champion.
All right, Devils.
Sun Devils. 17 returning starters, 10 on defense, 3 on the offensive line.
I'll tell you this, that quarterback, special.
Levitt.
Dan Levitt. Yeah, I like Sam Levitt for the back.
And
they had my favorite player on there last year.
Yeah, Scattaboo. So between Kenny Dillingham and Sam Levitt, that's a pretty powerful combination. Young, rising coach and the quarterback. All right, so you've got them in.
Scattaboo make the roster he's in?
I actually didn't see.
He was with the Giants,
JJ
right? He was
yeah.
4th round pick. He made the roster? Good for him.
He was a draft pick, so yeah. And he went right after
round.
Bayshore.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so who you got?
I got Iowa State.
You got?
And I had Iowa State. Actually, it was Iowa State or K-State. I was going back and forth between both of them.
So
now that Iowa State won it, they've got the tiebreaker. So
you just picked the winner? Is that what you did in the game? I'm trying to remember how this all went down. I kind of felt like you picked Kansas State. I'm looking at JJ. See, JJ's my bailiff no matter what. I'm just trying to make sure. But because I picked Iowa State.
It's on text.
Yeah, I picked Iowa State. I put them in there.
I'm the one who picked Oklahoma.
Okay. You picked, with good reason. You know that they've got pedigree. Okay, they've been around.
They own the Big 12.
Yeah. We will go back and check that. All right, so pair of Iowa States and Oklahoma.
You got Iowa State too?
I have Iowa State. Yeah, and look, the mighty Cyclones, okay? Me and Rocco Beck. Okay, I love that guy. All right, let's get to the ACC. That is the All Coast, Any Coast, or Clemson Invitational Conference. All right, who you got, Big?
Champion?
Yeah.
Miami.
That's what I thought, based on that last argument you put out there.
I'm not flinching.
Okay, all right, listen, you have an opportunity. You really do. Win the league, okay? And this is your opportunity. You have 3 ranked opponents. You got Notre Dame, you got Florida, and then SMU. Those are the only 3 you got.
Well.
All right, so you got Miami up on top. Maddie?
I have Clemson, but I have 2 teams from the ACC getting the playoffs.
This is interesting. Give us a little caveat there.
Clemson will win it. I think Georgia Tech's getting in the playoff.
I love them. I love them. Now, that was one of our arguments before. Georgia Tech and Nebraska were a couple of you guys' picks. And I love Georgia Tech with their schedule.
But a quick proviso there. Quick proviso.
Yeah.
Haynes King has to be healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, if he has a crick in his leg, this thing it's off the board. Okay.
By the way, he's 2 guys that came in with the same recruiting class. This is the 6th year now. Will be beginning their 3rd year in the NFL.
That's just beautiful.
Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud.
That is just beautiful. I love Haynes King. To the king. All right, so Georgia Tech is a nice little sidebar action to that. I am taking Clemson. And look, I've never really wanted to hitch my wagon to Cade Klubnik full time, but I'm hitching my wagon to that defense. And they have to replace a good runner, but I do think they got a really good roster to go through the ACC and turn it into a Clemson Invitational again. All right, up to the Big Ten.
The Big Ten?
Yeah.
Penn State. I got Penn State winning. I think the coach. I think this is Franklin. I think is his best team on both sides of the ball, and I think that the schedule is permitted. Now they got to go to the horseshoe.
Yeah.
But I think that Penn State is going to win the Big Ten.
All right, I will follow you with James Franklin.
Trifecta.
Yeah, trifecta.
Yeah,
Okay.
they got a boatload of talent and they've got a boatload of motivation now.
All right, so any
and a third-year starter quarterback.
Okay, so who's going to create the greatest opposition real quick? That Ohio State game is probably
sure.
But let's not forget Oregon. Oregon starting their youngest quarterback under Dan Lanning.
They got him home though.
Two experienced cats, but they do have him out there, and so Oregon could be. Oregon scored a bunch of points. We know what they do. But that'll be a fun one to watch. But yeah, I'm going to go.
I think that might even be the whiteout game, actually.
Is it?
I think. Might be wrong, but I think
so. I'm going to go with so it's a triple Jamie Franklin. All right, SEC.
Sark, Texas.
Really?
I got Texas winning the SEC this year.
Really?
Yeah, boatload talent. The key is Arch.
Mm-hmm.
If Arch plays to that Manning name,
okay,
I think they got a shot.
Okay. All right, Maddie, jump in. I'm wanting to piggyback that, but hook 'em horns. I'm holding back right now.
You guys know how I feel about the SEC this year, man. I know you guys will laugh at me when I start saying it. You're still going to
Diego! Go ahead. Do it. Pick Fandy.
I think Oklahoma's win the SEC this year.
Oklahoma. It's going to win. Oh, my God.
I love Mateer. I love Ben Arbuckle, the new OC.
Boomer Sooner.
I mean, he's added a lot to that team, too, man. Isaiah Satang is a really good receiver. I mean, we know about Mateer. They've added defensively. They're going to be a very, very tough team to beat. Their defense was really, really good last year, but they were on the field all the time.
Yeah,
because they couldn't score. They couldn't even drive the ball.
Well, that's part of the game. Okay, that's what I am most worried about.
It's all going to change this year.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there trying to figure it out, and I'm like, I just don't see it from them.
You're not going to have those rash of injuries on the offensive line or the receiver.
Right.
They've upgraded the receiver spot. They've upgraded the offensive line. This is going to be Oklahoma's year.
All right, I'm going to do this, and this is for more than one reason. A bit of it could be Bizarro Joe in full effect, but since you went Oklahoma, you went Texas, I'm going to go with Alabama. I'm going to go with the Alabama talent on the lines of scrimmage and on the defensive side of the ball, in that Kalen DeBoer getting his prized assistant back will right the ship for the Crimson Tide, and I have them on top.
And if they lose Saturday in Tallahassee, then what?
Well, then I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it. Doesn't mean they can't rally from it. They haven't
still
lost
win
the
the
conference.
SEC, but
yeah, exactly. They haven't lost the conference. If they lose up in
imagine
the
if that
reservation.
happens. By the way,
you've been imagining it quite a bit. You really have.
imagine.
Listen,
Seriously.
Seminole Nation should be happy that
what
Matt
will
Hayes-
happen with Alabama if that happens?
Oh,
my God!
They will want to tear up the contract.
Oh my God!
They will want to buy him out right then and there.
$70 million.
All right, your two college football playoff finalists are
Penn State, Miami.
Oh, you're going back shades of old. That's good stuff.
Ooh.
That is good stuff.
That was 85.
86.
But 85 season, right?
85 season.
Right.
That was the camouflage year.
Okay.
40 years later, huh?
40 years later. Look at that.
Wow.
In Miami.
In Miami.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
There's almost too much symmetry to that.
Yeah, it's great.
How
Right.
do I back away from? Oh, it's easy to back away from that.
Who are you gonna go with?
I'm gonna go Penn State, Texas.
Penn State, Texas. That's another good one. I'm going to go with a rematch of two teams that went back and forth, winning natties, playing each other. I'm going to go with Bama Clemson and just see how it all plays out. That's
Bama and Clemson?
Yeah.
Wow.
To see how it all plays out. And I'm going one that's ready to rise and the other one that's got a lot of talent.
So I'm going to stop you real quick. You're going Bama and Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
So then your national championship pick is going to be Bama.
I don't know.
That's a big matzo ball hanging out there.
I will confer with my man Elijah, who is a diehard Tiger, as the season unfolds, and we'll find out whether or not I have him on top.
As the season unfolds, you got to make your pick.
Are you picking? You didn't pick?
We're doing it right now. We're picking national champion.
Okay, all right. Well, Leon, go ahead.
Miami.
Penn State.
Clemson.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, there
How
you go.
about that?
That's it.
That's
That is it. It is up and out.
Summer
there.
time.
Listen, I could see scenarios for all these others, but we will find out. We will talk about that just a little bit more before we are done. Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday. We just made our picks. You guys hit us on the text line, Design My Lifetime Enclosures, with who you got.
XL Prime Time, driven by Duval Ford.
With 50 years of fabrication expertise in towing products, the family at Cannons of Jacksonville can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
At Keon Atlantic, the savings are back in session. You'll just need to follow these simple rules to make the most of your back to school. Step 1, switch out your car for an upgrade. Step 2, drive a new Kia starting at $20K. Step 3, make no payments for a whole 90 days. Hurry in to start back to school in a big way. Online at KeonAtlantic.com. Keon Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? You have questions? Call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Football season is back, baby. Hicken here, and I know I'm excited to get back to watching some ball over the weekend. But with the fun comes responsibility. Taking care of your skin while outside, extremely important. We know it feels like 100 out there, and that sun is blazing. Make sure you bring the screen while loading up all that tailgate. It's simple. Protect your skin. It's the Sunshine State. To help you protect your skin, Beaches Dermatology is here. I've been going to them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Book your appointment today at beachesdermatology.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, my takeaway is that 26 players from the roster of last year are no longer on this team. Is it an upgrade or not? We don't know. All I know is this team last year went 4-13. So hopefully this season, with the addition of the new regime and the energy and the coaching staff, we can win a lot more games. But apparently the last regime didn't do a hell of a job as far as upgrading the roster when this regime feels like they're not worth making the team. So that's an indictment on them, or is it?
Mm-hmm.
So we won't know until they line up. We absolutely won't know until they line up on Sundays, and hopefully we can get some wins out of it.
All right, my takeaway is I think they did the best they could with this roster. I think that's really kind of how we have to look at this. They did the best they could. I like their draft. I think their draft down the road could be potentially could be kind of like a foundational type of draft for them.
It'd be beautiful if it would happen that way.
They're dealing with a lot of mess that was left.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did the best they could. It doesn't mean it's a great roster. It just means it's where it is right now. Does that mean it could be 5 wins, 6 wins, 7 wins? Yeah. Could it be 8 or 9? I don't know. I don't. Who knows? Who knows in the NFL? It's so weird. And plus, we have no idea what the offensive line is going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
If the offensive line can hold up and they can become one of the top, even if it's like top 18 offensive lines in the league, then I think you could outscore people in some games. Because I'm still shaky on that defense.
Top 8?
18.
Okay.
18.
I'd say.
So if it's top 8, then they're going to outscore a lot of people.
Yeah, right around the top half. If you're inching towards the top half.
If you're inching towards the top half, I think they have a chance to outscore people in some games, which could get you to 8 or 9 wins. But I have real concerns about them defensively. And it's not just the interior defensive line, which is clearly an issue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just what's behind Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker, which is clearly an issue. Frankly, it's not just they don't cover anybody. They haven't covered anybody in 3 years. So there's a lot going on in that defense that makes you want to go, I don't know about that group, man.
And I'm not saying that you're wrong or half-baked or anything, but a lot has changed when you think of the back of that defense.
Defensively.
We'll find out whether it's good or not, but you basically have...
But how much has changed, really?
Three-fourths.
You've got Tyson Campbell and Jarian Jones at corner.
Well, but you had Jarian Jones...
Wingard at one safety.
Well, you got
Murray at the other safety.
Yeah, you had Jarian Jones towards the end of last year, and we really don't know if Wingard's going to be your full-time starter because Wingard's never been a full-time starter, so he is a new starter.
If Dewey is not...
If you want to, what was he?
First off, he's not giving up that job. That's number one. He is not giving up that job.
I'm just saying, who started last year? That's all I'm saying.
And number two, he might be the best thing they got back there.
Which is great. So that means that's an improvement. All I'm saying is that there's a guy opposite Tyson that's brand new. There's Eric Murray back there, brand new. There's a coach back there that's brand new. There's a lot of things that have changed. Speaking of change, we have to get ready for this.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Taylor Dahl just walked into us with our chicken breath, just slinging insults back.
I have no problem with that. I love chicken. I love chicken. Every time Leon brings in the Popeyes, I can smell it down the hall.
All right, so you get our point, though, is it going to be better?
Mm-hmm.
There is change. There's no doubt about it. But what did you think when they did the 53?
Yeah, we'll get into that obviously a ton today. The cuts, the 53, some of Ogier I know went on and projected the starters too. So we'll go through some of that and what we think and feel. But I do think for the most part, it feels like what I thought it would look like, as in the names on paper, pretty similar to what I feel like I don't know if there's too many big surprises. Maybe the safety room, I know that was one that had competition that felt like throughout. There were a lot of names in there. It really sucks for Caleb Bransaw with that injury and missing the season. But I do feel like it was a back and forth, but Dewey started pulling away when it mattered. And so to me, I would expect Dewey to be that starter there. But other than that, I don't know. I think that you haven't really got to see a ton of Eric Armstead and Mason Smith in the middle. So where you want to be able, you hope those two are healthy and are able to play this season, because I do think that drastically changes what the defensive line looks like.
Oh, yeah.
So just things like that we will get into. And I do feel like I don't know if I was too surprised about any of the things at the end of the day that happened.
Just the 2 undrafted free agents. That's the one that got me more than anything else, which means
I was hearing a lot. Strigout, I was hearing a ton of people really. He was one of the names when we talked to draft guys after the draft. That was a name that every single one of them said to keep a lookout for this guy. It was him and Pancol, and obviously Pancol also, he got waived for an injury too. So I feel like that was a name that people said keep an eye out for. But yeah, those ones, the undrafted guys, are the stories you like to see.
It's cool. New eyes in the scouting part. All right, Taylor, thanks.
All right, thank you.
We'll be listening to Taylor, Lauren, Tommy Mack. They got it coming up. And we got...
I was trolling fighting Irish fans last night. And Taylor Say, I wanted to jump on your page and say something. I put out there, why do I hate Notre Dame? And I said, just because. Enough said, period.
By the way, the boys in the X Machine, real quick, Joe, asked me to ask you, Leon. Ask Cersei who beat Miami in the regular season in 1985.
Who beat Miami in the regular season in 1985? That might have been Florida.
That would be orange and blue to the death is what it would
Florida.
Yeah,
well, listen.
It's a distant memory, but it's still in the record.
Even the sun shines on the dogs, you know what, every once in a while.
All right, we're out. Big enjoy the trip down there to South Florida for that big ball game, the Miami OG. We're done. Golf Club of Southampton. Don't forget, 287 play. Give them a shout. Come on out tonight. We're talking college ball. You can do it on the golf course with all of us at the Golf Club of Southampton.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway. Take the straightaway at 200 miles an hour.
I've been watching lap times.
Sunday at Darlington.
It's starting to close that gap a little bit.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and 1010XL.
David here with Royal Pest Services. It's back. Our summer Centricon Termite Special. New installs begin as low as $249. And if you have existing Centricon, but your renewal is through the roof, we can transfer you to Royal at no cost. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate.
Now, the Florida Gator Report on 1010XL. Brought to you by San Jose Collision.
The wait is over as we're officially in game week for your Florida Gators. The Gators will kick off their 2025 season this Saturday in the Swamp as they welcome the Long Island University Sharks with kickoff coming at 7 p.m. Catch the game airing live on 1010XL 92.5 FM with pregame coverage beginning to air at 4.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. The Everbank London Getaway Experience. One lucky winner and a guest get round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and tickets to see the Jags play in London. Everbank.com/London for official rules. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the United States and D.C. 18 and older. Everbank London Getaway Sweeps entry period 7/28/25 to 9/5/25. Enter and get official rules and details at Everbank.com/London.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gators!
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
There's a new game changer in downtown Jacksonville, and it's not the two-way star you might be thinking of. It's Pour Tap Room Jacksonville at Laura and Forsyth. 2 floors, 80 self-pour taps of craft beer, wine and cocktails, and a full liquor bar. Pour Tap Room has all your game day favorites. Wings, burgers, and more. You can even grab a slice or a pie next door at Pizza Dynamo, and they'll bring it right to your table. Pour Tap Room Jacksonville, a beer festival every day.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends the Cleaning Freaks at Zero Res. Back to school special with those guys. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $135 plus a free hallway and take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and take advantage of these huge savings.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake